So, welcome everyone. Today we will be discussing the tools of the trade, which are the tech tools that I personally use in my ghostwriting business. So, most of these tools that I will be recommending today are really good for big ghostwriting projects like memoir or biographies, where you have multiple sessions with the client. So, in order to do that, it's very important to record your conversation with the client, and it's important to record it in a digital format so that you can have everything documented and you can get the exact quotes, especially if you go back and forth with the client and the client asks you, where did you get this quote from? And then so you can go back to the recording. And also, when you have everything recorded in a digital format, it will be much easier to transcribe the conversation later on. All right. So, what do I use for in person interviews? So, I had instances where the client was in my city, so I drove to their house and I interviewed them face to face. And this was for a memoir. And in this case, I just used my iPhone and I opened the Apple voice memo app, and I put my phone in front of the client, like between me and the client, and I hit record and I asked my question and it captured all the conversation. And what I like about this app, it's very easy to use and it also saves everything on the cloud, which makes it very convenient and gives it an extra layer of backup. All right. So if the client is not in your city, we use Zoom. And thanks to the pandemic, we're all very familiar with how Zoom functions. And the cool thing about Zoom is its recording features. So you can record the entire interview in the cloud or on your computer. I prefer to record it in the cloud just to give it an extra backup. And then what I do is I extract the audio file only from the Zoom recording so I can use it later for transcription. Okay, so sometimes the client prefer a traditional way of interviewing, which is over the phone. And it happened to me once with a senior client who was not familiar with how Zoom and technology in general works. So what I did was I called the client and then I put my phone in speaker, put it next to my laptop, opened the Apple voice memo app on my laptop, and I made it capture it. And of course, if you do not use the Apple ecosystem, there are many other options like Audacity. It's a very good program that captures audio, and you can also use it to edit audio. And so what you can do is put your phone on speaker and then turn on Audacity on your computer and hit record. Okay, so the next step after you have everything in a digital format is you need to transcribe it. You know, earlier in my career, we used to spend hours, sometimes days, transcribing all the interviews. But thanks to AI, now we can have everything transcribed in few minutes, which is mind blowing. And my advice is to invest in an AI subscription because the free version does not give you enough minutes. So yeah, please go ahead and pay the monthly or the yearly subscription because it's really worth every penny. It will save you days of work. Um, The one that I personally recommend is Otter AI, and by the way, the tools that I'm recommending here, they're not sponsored or affiliate marketing or anything. It's just tools that I personally use. So Otter AI is extremely powerful tool that can transcribes the speech in real time. So what I do is I take the audio file and I upload it on Otter, and then Otter will transcribe everything. It's also very cool because it can identify the speaker. It can call them like speaker one, speaker two, and then you can name each speaker. And it also divides the text into chapters sometimes, or sections, which makes it easier on you to follow. And then after I have the text of the whole interviews in front of me, what I do is I try to identify themes. So I look at the interview structure and I see, okay, here we talked about the childhood, here we talked about going to college, here we talked about marriage and parenthood, and then here we talked about retirement life. Of course, I can do that on my own. Using AI as well helps speed up the process. So you can use ChatGPT to help you divide each section into a theme, or put each theme into one category. And ChatGPT, we're all familiar with ChatGPT. And then after I have the text and the themes ready, what I do is I want to lay out the project, or in this case, it's a book or a booklet. So what I love to use is Scrivener, and this is a platform that you download and you pay for. And as you can see here, if you look at the picture, it divides everything into chapters. So you can take the text, put the relevant themes in each chapter. So you have, again, chapter 1, childhood, chapter 2, marriage, going to college and retirement. And then you can also do your research and attach the research notes next to the relevant chapter, which makes it easier for you to go back and forth between your notes and the final outcome. So finally is you may have to make sure that your copy is clean before you present it to the client. Don't send the half-baked document. So use Grammarly. Again, I have the premium version, and it checks for grammatical errors, spelling mistakes, punctuation errors, and everything. And you might ask or wonder, why am I paying all of this money on these tools? And yeah, the money can add up, but investing in these tools will make you more efficient and will save you a lot of time that you can use for other projects if you want to. And just remember that time is our most valuable commodity. All right, I hope you found this useful, and happy to answer any questions you have.